Hi everyone, welcome to the Tonic Studios live here at Hedgehog Hollow. My name's Alexandra. If you haven't joined us before, welcome. I hope you're having a great week. Greg has not turned his sound off this week.
I have now.
Lots of you tuning in already, we can see. So this week we have my top 5 favourite picks from Rise and Shine. So some of you asked me to start doing some of my top 5 favourites. So we're going to be doing that this week instead of the Kit 22 unboxing, which we'll actually be doing, fingers crossed, at the weekend. So there won't be a Tonic Studios live for those of you watching on Facebook next week. We'll just be here on YouTube because I'll actually be traveling to Chicago next week for a conference. So Greg will be doing a premiere, which will be kind of pre-recorded but kind of live too. So you can join Greg over on youtube.com/hedgehoghollow. We will of course post on the Facebook page as a reminder next week. But there won't be an official live. We'll just be doing the YouTube premiere next week. So tonight we're doing my top 5 favorites from Rise and Shine. So some of my top 5 that I use on a daily basis in the studio. You can find out that, and I'll be having some fun tips and tricks for you and some things maybe you haven't seen before too. As always, we'll be giving 2 goodie bags away, one over on Facebook, one on YouTube at the end of tonight's live. To enter, all you have to do is share and chat along with us this evening, and we choose one random person on each platform to win a Tonic goodie bag this evening. So we'll be doing that too. So let's see who's tuning in this evening. Lots of you joining us. Irene, Karen is here from the design team, Michelle, Margot, Cindy, Yvonne is here, Darren, Linda's here as well, Melissa. I saw lots of you tuning in too on YouTube. Dee Dee's here, Raylene is here, Lisa, Debbie, Kat is here, Nanette, Sally, Dee Dee, Christine, Melody's here, Tina's here. Lots and lots of you joining in too. Jennifer, Teresa, lots and lots of you joining us as well. So welcome everybody. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you join us regularly. So as I say, we'll be having that giveaway at the end of tonight. As always, links are in the description. So if you are on Facebook, they could be above, they could be below, they could be to the side of me. It depends on the device because Facebook kind of makes up the rules as it goes along. But we have links there for you. You have the UK/worldwide links, and you have the US links to the Rise and Shine sale. You also have the links to the 15% off the embellishments and mediums category. And that will stack on top of the Rise and Shine sale. So if you use that 15% link, you can stack that on top of anything I might be using this evening. If you are watching on YouTube, if it's a mobile device like an iPad, an iPhone, you'll need to hit the arrow in the bottom right-hand corner. That will expand the description. And if you expand that down, then you will be able to see the description links. You will also then be able to see, I've also listed out everything I'm going to be using this evening individually on the Tonic UK and US site for you. So you can click everything individually. I've also added, of course, the link to the Rise and Shine sale because there are other things in the sale that I'm not going to show you. I've also added links to that 15% off. And I've also added the link of how you can use the YouTube exclusive discount for our members to stack an additional 10% off on to anything in the Tonic UK or US stores. So our Perks members, which is a YouTube only discount, you can hop on over if you're on Facebook too to find out more. And I'll pop something in the super chat as well for those of you who might want to find out more. So she says, trying to do multiple things at once. See if I can do this. There we go. So I'll pop that in the chat if you're over on YouTube. So, see, someone said I pronounced their name correctly. Isn't that great? See, I got names right. Greg knows I hate having to pronounce people's names in case I get it wrong. Else has just joined us from Elizabeth Craft Design. Hi, Else. Hope you're well as well. So this evening, I have picked my top 5 favourites, and I'm also going to share why they're my favourites and a couple of fun things you can do with each thing. So let's dive in. So the first thing I picked out was this Sugar Crystal card. I love this. There is a ton of glitter cards in the Rise and Shine sale. Go and check it out. As I say, I've added links for you. And this card is so fun. This is a white glitter card, but the reason I love the sugar crystal so much is you can die cut any of the glitter cards really well because, of course, Tonic do amazing dyes, but the sugar crystal you can do some really fun things with because you can turn it into any color you want. So you can take your distress inks or any inks. I mean, you know I'm a little bit obsessed with my distress oxides. You can also take sprays and stencils and you can blend onto it. So you can create ombre glitter card. You can create stenciled glitter card. But you see here now I have orange glitter card. And if I wanted to, I could add a different color of orange, or I could add, let me think, let me grab, we're going to be talking about the glitter markers. So I could color on here, oh, this one's not been used. Let me find one I've already opened. Here we go. So I could color on here with my glitter markers and turn it into pink. So I could do that. I could add a spritz of water on here. And I know I'm going to make a mess now. But you can also do this. You have to be a little bit more patient because it's not so porous, but you can dry in some of your shimmer powders too. It does help if you sand it down a little bit first to take some of that coating off, but you will leave glitter on there. Could really do with some kitchen towel. I didn't grab any before I came in. Yeah, I know, Greg. Greg's running to the kitchen, I think, to go and get me some. Because he's a good husband. But you can do this. So you can change the colour of the sugar crystal, which is why I love it. I didn't sand this one down first, so it's not going to take the ink as well. But one thing you can do is you can add a little bit. Thank you, honey. Thank you. See?
Do I get a honey point?
So it's got kind of a light green tinge. If you sand it down first, yes, you can have a honey point.
Yay!
The other thing you can do, if you really want to change the colour, is add some drops of alcohol ink on the top. You see there how it really kind of takes the alcohol ink? So you can do some fun patterns with your alcohol ink on the top and you can change the colour of it. And we'll come back to alcohol ink later on. So there's some really fun things you can do by changing the colour of your glitter card with that as well. So again, you can do some fun things by changing colours of your glitter cards. And that's why I love the sugar crystal so much, because I can change the colour of it. So I can add alcohol inks, I can add my shimmer powders. You have to be a bit more patient with the shimmer powders, I say. If you give it a light sand on top, it takes the coating that they put on top of the glitter off, and it's a little bit more porous, so you can use that. But you can see how some of that's already dried on there. And if I heated it for longer, I could get more to dry in. You can use your glitter markers on top. You can ink blend on top with your sponge daubers. Distress inks, distress oxides, any dye-based ink will go on there. Also, you can use your distress sprays, but if you're going to use your sprays, I recommend, again, just sanding a little bit first. The other thing that you can do, if you're going to put inks on there, it also really helps afterwards. If you're going to send this through the mail, you want it to be totally sealed, you could add some distress microglaze over the top. That will also really kind of help seal everything on there too. So that will really, really help you afterwards. Just grab some of that distress microglaze, put it over the top, and it adds a waterproof seal on the top. Or you can, of course, add some clear embossing powder over the top too. That would, of course, seal it in as well. So there's some more tips for you. So sugar crystal, glitter cardstock. I go through this in bulk. It's a bit like the Ultra Smooth White. It's one of those things that is one of those staples that I need in my craft room. Greg will tell you I have a big pile of this. I go through it. I have it cut down in bulk, hence it's in a card front size piece. But it is in that Rise and Shine sale. So go check that out. Links in the video description. If you're on YouTube, below me, and if you're on Facebook, they're somewhere around me. So check those out. I'm not going to promise where they are if you're on Facebook. So what else did I pick? I also picked out the Midas Touch Pen. If you haven't tried this, this is in the Rise and Shine sale. It is so pretty because if I just use it directly on my paper, Greg's now going to really struggle with this one, but it just gives you a really light golden shimmer. You can kind of just see it shimmering away there. But you can stamp something, you can ink something. So if I took So I might just Dress Marmalade and put this down. And say I blended a really pretty background or I watercolored a background. Then I could take my Midas touch over the top. I should have dried it first, but I can then add a golden hue to it. And if you dry it first, you won't reactivate it so much. But then I can add a golden hue. If I stamped an image, then I can go over the top and I can add that golden shimmer over the top. So it's kind of like the liquid pixie dust we all see, but rather than having to get a glass bottle out and shake it and then put a dropper out and get a paintbrush and do all of those steps, you literally just grab a pen and it's all in the pen ready to go. And you all know I'm a lazy crafter. I'm all about the convenience, and convenience for me is my Midas Touch pen. So they do the Midas Touch, which has the gold glitter in it, and then they do Glimmer Gloss, which has the silver glitter in it. So that's the difference. If you wondered what's the difference between Midas Touch and what's the difference between the Glimmer Gloss or the Aqua Shimmer, one has silver glitter and Midas Touch has the gold in it. So they're my two favorite go-tos. But the Midas Touch is in the Rise and Shine sale. So, any questions so far? How does the mica adhere to the paper? It has just a little bit of liquid in it, so it will adhere like this. So now it's on there. I can give it a rub. There's nothing on my finger. So that does just stick to it easily. Oh, someone was asking on the glitter paper, does it tear up the daubers? No. This sugar crystal paper is incredibly smooth. And it's a no shed paper, so it does really well with the daubers. And I like using the Nouveau daubers. I think they stand up better than some of the others, but you can see I can really kind of give it a good going over and my dauber is still intact. So this one does not tear up. I know some glitter papers do tear up your daubers, but this one doesn't have. So again, that's on there too. So that was another pick that I picked out from the Rise and Shine sale. And these are things that I use in my craft room almost every single day. These are kind of my essential go-tos. And I'm really pleased they're in the Rise and Shine sale because the Rise and Shine sale has kind of like 20 to 25% off of the regular price. Plus, if it's in the mediums and embellishments category, you can stack another 15% off of that using the coupon codes in the video description. So you can like save tons. So the next thing I picked out was Glimmer Paste. And almost all of the colours, I think, apart from maybe 2 or 3, are in the Rise and Shine sale. And Glimmer Paste is so cool. If you check out the Hedgehog Hollow YouTube channel, I recently did a video collaboration with Justine Hovey. And I did 6 ways, maybe, to use Glimmer Paste. Everything from, you can create standalone embellishments with Glimmer Paste. You can put it through a stencil. You can, what else did we do with it? What else did we do with it, Greg?
I don't know. I wasn't paying. Or did Ryan film that one?
No, you filmed that one.
But I wasn't paying attention.
So you can create. Great, thanks, Greg. So you can create. I'm trying to think the 7 things we did, but we did. You can create standalone embellishments on an easy, clean mat. You can pop it through a stencil. So I'm going to show you how pretty this is. So I'm going to grab some paper here. There are tons of different things you can do with it. Go check out that video because you'll get loads and loads of ideas. You can do ombre effects with it. You can create your own colors with it. With some of them, you can mix them together for different things. So here I have a Tonic stencil and some of the Tonic watercolor cardstock. I don't know what color I'm going to pick. I think I'm going to go with this one. This one's called Tanzanite, which I love Tanzanite. So I'm going to pick this one out. It comes in blues, it comes in greens, it comes in gold, green, dark green, red, pink, gold, dark purple, black, all sorts of different colours. And of course, I'm going to use my silicone spatulas. I also linked these in the description for you. So this is just a really, really pretty colour though. This is one of the Tonic stencils. It's really smooth to work with. And as I say, the moon dust, I think it's called, is the one I go through the most of because it's completely translucent. So you can blend a background and then you can put the moon dust over the top and it's just like adding an extra glitter layer. So you can create your own glitter papers, which is also a really cool effect that you can do. So that's another fun way to do it. But go check out that video. And then, as I say, we did a collaboration with Justine Hovey. She did tons of ways to use Nouveau drops in unique ideas. And the thing I like about these silicone spatulas is you can see how little waste you have. So you can go over your stencil, you can get it super clean, which also means that Greg doesn't have to scrub it afterwards, which he really likes.
Yay!
But you can see here how I can really kind of, do that, and I can get kind of in all of those nooks and crannies. I'm just going to do this because I really just want to show you how cool the colour is, and then I can do everything on the back. And in the media spatulas, you get 2 in a pack. You get this shape here, and you get this triangular shape as well. Can you apply it on any paper? Yes, you can. You can add it to vellum. You can add it on cardstock. You can add it on dark cardstocks. It also pops really well on dark cardstocks too. You can add it to die cut words and make them into glitter words. I can't get the lid back on. I don't know why. There's tons of things you can do. Greg, can you help? I can't do it. I don't know what's up with me this evening. There's all sorts of things going on with me this evening. I'm also trying to read your... thank you, dear. So.
Do I get another brownie point?
No, not for putting a lid on.
Well, give me it back. I'll undo it.
So you can see here, isn't that gorgeous? This is the purple, but it's kind of got a bit of blue in it and a bit of sparkly glitter. I really like this one. I also really like that stencil too, because I like it that I can use it as floral during the year, and then I can turn it into snowflakes and things later in the year. So that's on there too. So you can see there. So that's that. So one of our YouTube members did just ask where they can find their perks discount. If you go to youtube.com/hedgehoghollow and click on community, and then you'll see there's some posts. One of them says you can start using your coupon codes now. And if you expand that post, you'll see all the coupon codes are in there. Or if you go to the Facebook group that we have for channel members, they're also pinned in the announcements in there. And if you want to know what perks are all about, I did put it in the chat. I'll pop it back in there as well. You can get 10% off the Tonic Studio site every day. A ton of other benefits. Ranger give us coupon codes, and Sunny Studios and all sorts of other companies. But that's over on YouTube. So you want to hop to youtube.com/hedgehoghollow for all that information.
Susan thinks you're mean for not giving me both brownie points.
Oh, he gets lots of brownie points.
I don't. You're super stingy.
No, Greg's the stingy one.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Me.
Okay. So next up, I want to talk to you about glitter. Now there are lots and lots of colours of glitter in the Rise and Shine sale, but I specifically chose Ice White and Diamond. They're kind of same but different. So Ice White is the whiter glitter with a white sparkle. The Diamond is the white with the iridescent sparkle. So they're same but different. And you can do this technique with either, but it's a really, really cool technique. I'm going to do this with the Ice White because I always think it comes out slightly better with the Ice White. But once you see this, and you can see that you can do this with any of your white glitters, I do find that the Nouveau one works particularly well. I've tried it with some of the others. They don't always come out so well. You have to have a really good quality glitter for this to work. So the Nouveau ones do work well. You want to take one of these little pots. These are the pots that you get in Five Guys to put your sauce in. You can buy them separately on Amazon, or I'm sure if you ask your local Five Guys manager like I do, it gives you a little stack to take home. And then you want to take any colour of alcohol. The other thing is you don't want to do this with anything too fine. So like the microfine glitters, this doesn't work so well with. You want something on a little bit on the chunkier side. So again, I've done lots of experiments with different kinds of glitter, but this one works really well. So the Nouveau Pure Sheen glitters, you can also mix them together. So you could do a little bit of Ice White and a little bit of Diamond together, like this. And the one thing I really like about this technique, oh, Teresa says you need more honey points so you can have craft time.
I want my second point.
No.
See? Mean. Very mean.
So the fun thing about this is whatever colour of alcohol inks you have, you can create that colour of glitter. And you can also mix. But what you want to do is just put maybe 3 or 4 drops in. You don't need much. And less is more, and you can always add more. And then take your Tonic craft spoon and mix. And yes, it will go lumpy to start with. Don't worry, just keep mixing. Just keep mixing, just keep mixing. Just keep going. And what will happen is the alcohol will evaporate off. Obviously, the more alcohol ink you put in, kind of the darker the colour. There is a sweet spot, though, that you'll learn. If you put too much in, it goes a little bit gloopy. If you put too little in, you don't get enough colour. So that kind of 3 to 4 drops is really where you want to be. But the great thing about this is you can make custom colours of glitter. It also means any colour of alcohol ink, you can turn that into glitter to coordinate. Plus, you can make small quantities. You don't have to buy a whole pot of glitter in one colour. You can make it just, you know, if you just want a little bit of green for that one project, you can just make a few teaspoons of green for one project and then store it in empty embossing folder things, or just get the lids that go with these sauce pots, because your Five Guys manager will give them to you. I have asked him very nicely and he gives them to me.
Are you sure you didn't just steal them?
I didn't. I asked if I could take some sauce pots home and he said yes.
Okay.
He said, of course you can, madam. I think that's because we maybe go to Five Guys quite a lot, but you know, it is Maddie's favourite. But all you do is do this, and then you can just put the lid on and write on the top that it's clover. And of course now I have clover glitter, which I think is really cool. And you still keep all of the shine of that glitter. That's the other thing about some glitters don't keep their shine after you put the alcohol ink on them. So, oh my god, everyone's ganging up on me about the points.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, everyone's on my side. Oh.
So you can see here, if I bring this closer to the camera, and then all you do is give this a tap. I mean, if you just give your, he is not hard done by, ladies. I assure you.
I am when it comes to brownie points.
No, you're not. I mean, if you give your spoon a wipe, it's going to clean up really easily. If you need to give it a good clean, use some isopropyl alcohol or blending solution. It'll clean up really well. But I've never really had an issue. However, I'm going to bring this closer. You can see I still have all of my shimmer to my glitter. If you use some of the cheaper glitters, you don't keep the shimmer in your glitter. I have done lots of experiments with this technique. There are some glitters that work really well and there are some glitters that not, but the Nuvo glitter works really well with this technique. And the ice white or the diamond works perfectly. You can see there. So I really like this, and I like the fact I can create customized colors of glitter. So again, I have linked up the ice white and the diamond in the description for you, and you can use the Rise and Shine sale. And I'm not sure if it falls on, I'm pretty sure it falls under the embellishments and mediums category. So I'm pretty sure you could probably stack your 15% on top of the Rise and Shine sale. So that would make it super cheap as well. So stock up, I will be, because I need more. Look, it's nearly like a third of the way down. We need more, right? I need more. Greg, don't look at me like that. I need more. You want to see this technique done in every colour of the rainbow in the alcohol inks, don't you? Say yes. Please say yes. Yes. Okay. So. Okay. So there we are. So I think that's a really fun way to use it. People are saying they're scared of glitter. Don't be scared of glitter. Also, I'm really excited because we have on the way, and it'll be coming out in a live in a couple of weeks, we have a mess-free way to use glitter in a controlled fashion. I'm just going to leave that hanging, but it's coming. I promise. It's coming. So, it's okay, Alex. He needs to stop crying, says Kimberly.
Hey!
Yes.
Vain.
So yeah, I think that's a really fun technique, being able to customize your glitter in any color of alcohol ink, and you can use your alcohol ink, alcohol marker re-inkers. So if you have the Altenew markers, your Copics, Pro markers, anything like that, you can use the re-inkers for this technique as well. They will work too. So there's that. Okay, next up we have, so that was 1, 2, we've done 3. So we're over halfway. So the next thing I picked, and I'm sure you're going to be able to guess, shimmer powders. So shimmer powders are probably one of my favourite things ever. And I recently did a giveaway as part of the Stamp Junkies' 4th birthday. And they asked as part of the giveaway, what would you love to see on the Hedgehog Hollow channel? And probably one of the most popular things that people ask for is please can you explain to us how color bursts / brush show works? And I said, I do tons of videos on how it works. It's just called shimmer powder because that's the tonic version. And people are like, what shimmer powder? Well, shimmer powder is a color burst. So if you've heard of Ken Oliver's color burst or you've heard of brush show, shimmer powder is a similar thing. So it has multiple colors inside of it. It's a water activated pigment. The difference with shimmer powder is that it has mica inside. So you get all of those fun color bursts, plus you get sparkle without the glitter. So for those of you who are afraid of glitter, here is a mess-free way of working with sparkle because it has mica inside of it. How does it work, you say? Well, I'm going to show you some ways to use it without making a mess. Don't look at me like that, Greg. I saw you.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay, so this is how you use it. Light mist bottle. This is the key. Okay, so some people, I'm going to take you through a couple of different ways you can use it. So you can apply it a couple of different ways. You can go tap, 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 tap. Think of shimmer powder like a chili powder. Less is more. You can always add more afterwards. This is not the way I prefer to use it. You will see a lot of people use it this way. But look how pretty. This is the one that came out with Woodland Walk. This one's called Golden Sparkle. This has pink and gold and blue and green. It has tons of colours in it. So that's option one, is you go tap, tap, tap and you spray with water. Option two, which is my preferred option, is you go spray, 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 and then you go tap, 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 tap. And you can see it gives you a different effect. You can always spray again afterwards. So I could now go. But the reason I do it this way is that I get less mess, because if I put tap, 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 tap down and then I spray, I tend to spray some of my shimmer powder off to the side. And then when Greg goes to wipe down my table, he goes, ugh, you've worked with shimmer spray again, because he activates it with the Clorox wipe and it goes everywhere. Whereas if I spray, 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 then tap, 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 it's attracted to that water, sticks to the water, and then I can always spray a little bit more if I want to activate a particular area. So you're going to get less mess with this technique. The other option you have is to take a piece of cardstock, stamp an image, not stamp an image, whichever you want to do. Take a paintbrush, tap shimmer powder either onto a palette area, but I'm not going to put Greg through the ordeal of having to clear that up. See, love you. I'm going to put water in a different place just to show you. And you can paint with it. And you can paint it into a stamped image. You can paint it as a background. You can see here how that comes out. Again, different effect. Now the other thing you can do with it, so you can see here, and you can still keep some of that variegation in it, even painting with it. You can see like this. The other thing you can do with it is you can pop it into a spray bottle. So if I wanted to, I could take some of this, I could pop it into my light mist bottle, which I'm not going to do because Greg would not want to clear that out this evening. But you can pop it into your spray bottle. You've got golds, you've got purples, you've got pinks, you've got yellows, you've got blues, you've got reds, you've got oranges. There's tons of different colours out there. All of them are linked in YouTube below. Or if you're on Facebook, check out the link to the Rise and Shine sale. Check that out, and I say you could probably, I'm guessing they come in the medium sale, so I would try using that 15% link too. You can check that out. Then you can pop them inside your light mist bottle, and you can create yourself your own custom coloured mica spray. And just pop it in your light mist bottle. Super simple. And all of a sudden you've created a mica spray. So again, another way you can use it. And of course, the more water you have to powder, the lighter it will be. The more powder you add, the darker it will be. So there's that too. You can mix it with alcohol. You're going to want a little bit of water inside of your alcohol, and then you create a alcohol ink with the shimmer powder. That works too. So you can use it on Yupo. I will be doing a separate video about how to use shimmer sprays with alcohol. It's there's a little bit more kind of mixing and chemistry to that. Someone's playing a game outside. There's a little bit more chemistry to that technique, so I'm going to do a separate video on how you do that. But yes, you can make them into kind of alcohol-based inks as well. So, someone wants to see a behind the scenes of you, Greg, while we're doing these videos. Somebody said.
Yeah, we were talking about setting up behind the scenes, weren't we?
Yes.
I don't think it's all that exciting though. I basically just sit here until I need to move the camera.
He really does. He just sits there on his phone. It's not very exciting. Someone says they're grounded for 3 more days. It's okay. The Rise and Shine sale is on all month long. We'll keep reminding you about it in the lives. On Saturday, we will also be, hopefully, we will be unboxing the Tonic kit as well. So you can join us on the Hedgehog Hollow YouTube channel for the Tonic kit too. So be sure to go to youtube.com/hedgehoghollow, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. You can see the unboxing here in the US of the Tonic kit, some of my ideas with it. And as I say, there won't be a Tonic live next Wednesday. It'll just be a premiere over on YouTube. Of course, we'll post links and everything on the Facebook page to remind you. Are these Tonic blending tools next to me? Yes, they are. They're linked in the video description for you. They these are little tools, and then these are the blending tools. You can get them in packs of 20, and I have linked them in the video description for you. Any other questions, Greg, that I missed?
No, I think we're good.
Okay, so my final pick of the 5 are the Nuvo glitter markers. So again, I recently did a video on these. I love these because there's so much you can do with them. Could you grab me a black piece of cardstock, Greg? I forgot to grab one. Oh no. Thank you, dear. Anyway, Tonic glitter markers come in packs of 3, or they come in singles. So I have the singles down here that are in the Rise and Shine sale. There are other singles available, but these are the ones that are in the Rise and Shine. So we've got Morning Mask, we've got Iced Americano, Urban Graphite, Athenian Blue, Strawberry Bonbon, and Wild Lavender. And then over here, these are the 3 packs that are in the Rise and Shine sale. You've got Northern Lights, Ember Glow, and Midnight Shadows. So what are these glitter markers? So this is the Northern Lights set, which gives you Raspberry Tart, Venetian Jade, and Purple Passion. So when they come, one of these hadn't been used because we opened it earlier. They come like this. They have a white tip. You need to activate them. And all you do is you sit here rather impatiently with the nib down. And you'll find that the ink just starts flowing down.
Do you want to just show one that you did earlier?
Well, no, I was going to show how it just, it flows down.
Sooner or later the nib turns green.
Does it, dear? Thanks.
It's not yet. Still white.
Thanks. How insightful over there.
Yeah. Still white.
You don't need to pump it. You can just leave it down. I wonder what they're playing out there.
I don't know. I can't see. The windows are taped shut.
Yeah, Ryan taped them shut. Oh, come on.
Just show a purple one. I'm sure people know what green looks
But
like.
I wanted to use the green one. You haven't seen what it does next. This was something I found out the other day.
I'm very excited now.
Your excitement is overwhelming.
I know. Gone green yet? Yeah, it's going green.
Nearly. Okay, we're nearly there. Okay. Oh yeah, it's Mother's Day this weekend. Greg, are you prepared?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Sarah tells me that I'm prepared.
Oh, okay. That means he's not prepared. Okay, so the glitter markers. When you scribble with them, you get a beautiful bright colour. Tons and tons of sparkle already in there. So really, really pretty. But one of my favourite things is you can use them on black. And you can use all the colours on black. So you lose a little bit of the intensity, but you still get all of that sparkle. See, how cool is that? Okay, so there's cool fact number 1 is that you can use them on black cardstock. Cool fact number 2 is they are water-based, which means if I grab a paintbrush, I'm going to use my Nuvo paintbrushes. You can use them as metallic watercolors. And I have a whole video on this. But this is cool fact number 2, is these turn into metallic watercolors. Do I get Mother's Day here and the UK version? No.
You get one, count yourself lucky.
You've met Greg, right? Jenny, you should know better. You've met Greg. There's no way I'm getting 2 Mother's Days. I'm lucky to get 1. And I will still be working on Mother's Day, so don't, it's, you know, no. Ooh. Okay, so there's cool fact number 2 is that, that's that. So Mother's Day in England and Mother's Day in America is not the same day. Mother's Day in England was actually part of World War I, and it was the day that the soldiers had a truce on the battlegrounds and they all went home to see their mothers. So that's where Mother's Day actually comes from. Mother's Day in America is a day that Hallmark invented, and it's a completely different time of year. However, I should say that the Mother's Day in Europe is also the same day in May as it is here. So, yes. Okay. This is cool fact number 3 that Greg hasn't seen yet because I discovered this the other day. So you can take Nuvo glitter markers and a Misty magnet and a stamp, and I'm going to use a pretty butterfly stamp. Just like this. See, people are feeling sorry for me now, Greg. And then you can take a glitter marker, like this. Yeah, come on, Greg. You have to work reasonably quickly, but not like crazy quick. And if I had a massive stamp, I'd work in sections. And then, wait for it. Stamp pads with glitter. And you actually get to stamp out with the glitter. And there are no other stamp pads out there that have glitter in them. Like, really have glitter. I mean, you have ones that have slight shimmers to them, but you don't have any stamp pads out there that have glitter in them. Now you do, because if you have glitter markers from Tonic, they're water-based and they work like a stamp pad. And the cool thing was I was experimenting with a background stamp when I originally played with this. So I did that, and I mean this one's not going to work quite the same. But if you then, once you've done this, Greg, yeah, I'm sorry, you have to work. If you then just lightly mist it with your light mist bottle, you can see just I kind of almost like spat on it rather than, not literally obviously, but if you just very lightly mist it and stamp out, you can then use it another time to get a very light kind of shimmery glittery, and there's still glitter in that, and you can do that a couple of times to get some really cool backgrounds too. So there you go, and they are also in the Rise and Shine sale. How cool. So I thought that was a really cool thing too. So do the markers, ink dry fast, doing it like that. Not terribly fast. As I say, if I was doing a huge stamp, I might work in sections, but you saw I did that relatively easily. So there was that. So I think that, just trying to do this. Does it come off the stamps easily? Let me show you. So I don't have any stamp cleaner to hand, so I'm just going to use water. All you do, spritz with some water. And I mean, this is kitchen towel, it's not even a stamp cleaner. And I've got most of it off. I mean, after the show, what I will do is I will get my Nuvo stamp cleaner out, my little scrubby.
Will
maybe. Greg probably.
You're going to do that, are you?
Well, Greg will get my Nuvo stamp cleaner.
Oh, will I?
Yes. Greg will get my Nuvo stamp cleaner out and my little Nuvo spray cleaner, and he'll give it a good scrubby. But it really does come off. I mean, you can see, because it's water-based, the marker itself is water-based, then you can see it's going to come off really easily because it's not solvent-based or alcohol-based or anything like that. So it's super, super simple. So they are my top 5 picks. You've got the sugar crystal paper, you've got the glimmer paste, you've got the glitter markers, you've got the ice white and diamond to make your own, and then you have the shimmer powders. So I think that they are all essentials you need in your craft room. They're all on sale, 20 to 25% off, and you've got those extra coupons there. If you're a Perks member, you can get 10% off the whole store on YouTube, and if you use the 15% off mediums, you can only use 1 coupon per purchase, so whichever one works out best for you, you can use that too. Whew. So hopefully you have learned something this evening and learned some new techniques. I've certainly had fun showing you some of my favorites. Also is one of our viewer requested videos as well. Oh yeah, we need to select some winners. So I saw someone just said shared. So let's go and pick some winners. Let me load up the YouTube comments first. I'll do that one first. So let's load up all of those comments. I'm not going to look at them. I'm going to stop there. And the winner is Wendy Gleason. So Wendy is our YouTube winner. So Wendy, send us a message over on Facebook, and we will send you out a Tonic goodie bag. So we do have a winner every single week. As I mentioned, we won't have a Tonic live over on Facebook next week, but we will have a premiere or something fun over here on YouTube, so you can check that out here. And then we will be unboxing, hopefully, the kit if it arrives in time over the weekend on our YouTube live. So you can come to youtube.com/hedgehoghollow, and we will aim to unbox the kit over the weekend. If you hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, then of course we will get notifications. If you give us a thumbs up for today's video, we would very much appreciate that too. And if you're on Facebook, we would love it if you gave us a like, and be sure to follow the Tonic Studios page. So now I'm going to load up all of the Facebook comments. And now I'm going to look away and wherever I land. So Irene Sean is where I landed. So Irene, congratulations again. Send us a message. We'll send you out a goodie bag. And that's it for this evening. So I hope you've enjoyed having some fun with us, learning my top 5 favorites. Thank you for joining us. As always, as I say, I won't see you next week. Greg will be here for the premiere, and I'll be back again the week after. So thank you for joining us. We will see you again very soon. Keep watching the Tonic Studios page for fab inspiration. Follow us over at Hedgehog Hollow for daily videos, tips, tricks, tutorials, or maybe something a little bit different. You never know. And I will see you again very soon. Happy stamping, everyone. Bye.